Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think Personal Branding. Okay, the date is 9th February 2023. Time right now is 3:41 in the afternoon. Okay, I wanted to give you my thoughts about the tragedy that has taken place in Turkey as well as Syria, the earthquake, and a couple of incidents that took place where I really want to give you my input. Okay, first and foremost is for those of you who believe in the power of prayer or believe in praying or whatever, uh, if you can pray for them, pray for them. If you can do good for them. If you want to donate, whatever, whichever charity, I am not involved in any. So, yeah, do the rest. And for those of you who just wish to do nothing, also, it's your free will because nobody should force you to do anything you do not wish to do. In my case, I used it as a learning opportunity for my wife because my wife always tends to see only entertainment videos. In fact, you'll be very surprised to know my wife wasn't even aware that there was an earthquake. She didn't know that at all because she doesn't see the news. She was just watching videos and entertainment and jokes and all that. But for me, when I saw those videos, especially of removing the child from the rubble or the baby, it disturbed me a lot. And I went to my wife. I called my wife. I asked her, did you see the tragedy? She was like, what tragedy? Did you see the earthquake? No. I showed her these videos and she was completely taken aback. And I told her, see, listen, make it a point not to just watch entertainment on YouTube. Have a open, broad mind where you educate yourself on different aspects. It's not that she's a bad person or I'm a good person for doing that. I'm just telling you this is how she is. And I did put this thought-provoking question to my wife that if in case we were staying in an apartment and the house fell on us and our baby was in the rubble, I just put that thought to her. I said, how would we feel? What would happen? What would happen if we were alive, but there's no food, there's no water, there's no place to go, there's no toilet, there's nothing. So I did share this with my wife and I just sat and I reflected. It was very disturbing. Okay. So anyway, this was more about me. But yeah, so before I do move further, what I want to say is if any one of you wants to pray or do good or even share a video with other people to create the awareness, you can do however you wish and support them. And it's not, there is no need to bring up a political question or this Charlie Hebdo, they made a joke or something like that. I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think that we should identify, oh, this is Muslims. Oh, where is your God? That's totally off taste, man. Come on. It happens to Christians. It happens to Hindus. It happens to people all around the world. It happens to atheists. So tragedy can befall anyone. I always tell people, put yourself in their shoes. And if it had happened to you, what would you do? Okay. Having said that, the part that actually, one was this emotions and feelings that I went through. The other side was the drama and the reaction of some people. I'm not talking of the normal folks. I'm talking of the ones who are slightly crazy. And there are very many. There are not few, many. Okay, I'll give you a couple of examples. I've written them down. The most harmless one that I would say is putting up posts like when they see a video, they say sending thoughts and prayers. They're seeing a video of, let's say, they pulled out a child, and they're saying, "I'm sending thoughts and prayers." So I sometimes wonder, like that sentence, "I'm sending thoughts and prayers," or can we all say Amen and everyone saying Amen, 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 or they're putting the hand gesture and I don't know, is it to feel good or is it, or there was one female who posted this video. If you have if you really have a heart, you'll share this video 5 times or you'll put like or something like that. Okay. So those I consider slightly harmless, but where it becomes harmful, and I'll make sense. I know you'll say, Loy, how can you say this harmless? Listen, I'm coming to that. The second level of harmless but sickening is in Instagram. You get these females. This particular female was like putting a photograph of a face and slightly, showing a cleavage, and she's saying, um, "My love for what? My love to the people who are suffering in Syria and um, Turkey." And another post she put is sending thoughts and prayers or something like that. I'm praying for the people, and the photograph is a face like this, and I was just asking myself, like, what does that do with Syria? Like, what are you trying to do? Okay, if you have a message, a plea, and you're saying something, please, guys, help these. But putting a photograph and having a okay, now that was the second level. Now this is the part where it gets disturbing. This actually happened. A friend of mine said, "Loy, this is the world we live in today." Okay, so I was like, "What?" She sent me 2 or 3 screenshots. It seems a ex-colleague who she had good relationship with, this guy, he actually sends her, she's slightly famous. He actually sends her demanding, why haven't you changed? No, 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 sorry. She posted something about cats. She has cats. She loves cats. She posted something about cat. Please help this cat. Please donate something to this cat. Something like that. Okay. So this guy sends her a message and says, "What? You don't have a heart? You're such a." It's calling her names, huh? She's like, "What?" Like all of a sudden, she's like, "What?" And this is her ex-colleague. She's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You're two-faced. You're a bitch," and this and that. You're talking about cats when there are so many people dying in Syria. Don't you have any shame? Why don't you put help Syria? Why don't you put donate to Syria? Why are you putting your cats? Now, I'll totally agree with you if you say that human life is more important than animal life. I'll agree with you. I'll also agree with you if you say that there are some idiots out there or some individuals out there who will actually give more importance to an animal's life than a human's life. Okay, I'll agree with you. But now, can you force someone to like or support a charity or a cause when they have their own stuff happening? It's like me calling you up. "Hey, listen, there are people dying in Africa right now. Donate. I want you to donate now." And if you say no, "You are such a sick person, man. You are so this thing." It's like I'm going to some random stranger who's eating and say, "Do you have any shame? Do you know how many people are not having food in Pakistan right now and you're eating here? Do you have any shame?" Like, come on, man. So he abuses her, he shouts at her, and she's like, "Why are you, forcing me?" And then she's saying, "I never thought you're like this. I've lost all respect for you. I'm unfriending you." And then she said, "See, listen, my dear, you're asking me about Syria. If I were to ask you about India, when India had some tragedy, you didn't do anything. You're saying," he even asked her, "Why don't you post or change your display picture?" And she's saying, "You didn't do anything." And his response, "Who the fuck cares about this and that? No earthquake took place there." And he broke off the relation. She said, "Please, fine, you can break off. You can go. I'm going to tell everyone how you are and what you really are and this and that." And he was very angry. She said, she was still respectful. She said, "I know you're emotionally charged with this, but you can't force people." Okay. Then that was one. Another one was where on Facebook, I unfriended this guy. He started a donation drive with a link with, Help Syria and all that. I don't know who authorized him. I don't know who asked him. I don't know. He has created this Patreon or something, and he's sending everyone messages. And he literally sent me a message and he sent me this, "Can you donate?" I didn't respond. Then, "Listen, I know you read my message. Can you donate? Yes or no?" He kept asking, "Yes or no, yes or no." Finally, I told him, "I'm sorry, no." He's saying, "You can't donate even $1." Like, why are you forcing people, man? Like, what is this? And I don't know who you are. I just added him on Facebook. I don't know how many months or whatever. I don't know who is he. I don't know what's his background. I don't know the legitimacy of his donation drive. I don't know if the money is actually going there. And you're forcing me? Then what? I even had a chat with one of these guys. He told me, this particular guy, that his office where he is, they all started this charity drive, and they are actually taking a basket, and they're saying they, they're putting in a very difficult spot, and they're actually shoving this basket to make people give money. And he was not comfortable. He didn't like it. So he put the bare minimum. I don't know how much he put. He put the bare minimum. Like, you're putting only this much. And they were trying to embarrass him for this. And he said, boss, you can't go around forcing people to put. You ask me, charity, I give charity. Don't start giving amounts and all that. And the thing that pissed him off was these two people, or these three people who are going around shoving, went around telling, oh, these are the list of people, naming and shaming. Then there are these other people who are in some of the groups. I'm part of some of the groups, and they are actually fighting with each other. Actual fighting. Even in my group, they were fighting about, this is Syria, and this is Muslim, and this is politics, and this is what they deserve, and this is what they don't deserve. I really didn't bother to get involved in this. I was like just sick of it. Okay. And then you have these other people who says, if you don't change your display picture, I'm going to unfriend you. They're actually putting ultimatums. Um, I mean, I don't understand what's gone wrong with our human race. How can, if I'll give my example. I had asked for charity. This is, I think, 5 years ago, for a small girl in Thailand who, her parents dumped her, and she has this disease where she's actually dying. And she actually, her skin is brittle. On top of that, uh, like her fingers are like this, and she's actually dying. She's actually dying. Small baby girl. When I asked among the 500, 600 people who are in my connections, I asked people, can you help? I think only two send a small amount of money. Okay, very small. I think it was total. One guy sent 150 US dollars, another guy sent $5. The rest, none of them helped. At that time, I did feel like, oh, okay. But then you can't force people, man. And I realized at that time, I can't force others to get into the charity of my choice. And this came from experience. Yes, did I feel bad? Oh, of course I felt bad. Here is a genuine. But then I realized this is me wanting to help this girl. My emotions, my feelings, my expectations need not be the same for the world. So that is the same way. If someone might feel something for a dog, someone may feel for a cat, someone may feel for a child, an orphanage, for Syria, India, Pakistan. People have their choices. We can't force others. Maybe in this person's eyes, I might be evil, but in my eyes, I might be thinking something else. Like, a simple question. Like, people, when they argue, they say, you're saying help Syria. Okay, you're saying, oh, you're not helping Syria, you're anti-Muslim on this. Yeah, you're not helping the people in India, you're anti-Christian. So this name calling starts. See, what am I trying to say through this video is, we as human beings, we have certain likes, dislikes, soft corner for something, wanting to help people. Basically, we have our choices and expectations, but we need to keep those expectations in check, and we need to keep self entitlement also in check. Just because you're passionate about a religion, community, group of people, or charity doesn't mean everyone else should share your same enthusiasm. Like I told you, um, there are some people who don't feel anything for a particular country. Like, for example, when I was trying to help that small girl, nobody cared. I just learned. It was a lesson for me, and that helped me become a better person. So if I can do something, I will do, but I can't force you to do it. In the same way, I can't force you to change your display picture. I can't force you to, no, you have to do this. And the worst part is, Shoving your opinion down someone's throat, or shoving that basket, donate, and then naming and shaming that person, that is totally tasteless. And then when nothing else works, naming and shaming the person and calling bad words. And I don't know, man, we live in very strange times where sometimes it's just wonder, where does expectations end, where does self-entitlement start? And I don't know whether people will ever realize that, man, you're really stupid here. Come on. I don't know, man. It's just because it's like this. I'll end by giving you this. In my videos I've shared with you, unknown angels have helped me. I get so many people who say, Loy, that unknown angel helped you. It's your turn to give back. Can you help me? Sorry? Who are you? No, no, Loy, it doesn't matter. Someone unknown help you. Can you help me? And then when I say, I'm sorry, I don't know you. Out of the blue, you're asking me A, B, C, D, money or service or this and that. Oh, you're not helping other people. How do you know who I'm helping, who I'm not? I mean, do I need to advertise this every time? I helped 5 people this month or 1 person this month. It's none of your business. Oh, you're two-faced. And then they start. I get sometimes bad words sent to me, threats sent to me because of this. Yeah, I'm not joking. Huh? They threaten my wife. They threaten my baby just because I refuse to help them. Anyway, this is the world that we live in. Let me know your thoughts. And please, I'm not bad-mouthing any particular individual, any particular country, community. And I've told you, if you can do good, do good. But at least don't do bad. That's all I have to say. Anyway, I wanted to share my thoughts with you on this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly. This is me signing off. You guys take care.